How's it going, guys? I'm Red Alert, and this is System Test 5. Alright, let's get the system test rocking. First and foremost, we're in my living room, and that's not for an accident. That's because we have some devices in here now. So first, as you can see, we have beautiful, beautiful wire mold on the system, and this actually looks really, really good. I'm really happy with how this turned out. But it just makes the system look a little cleaner and a little more professional. So for this, we have the Firelight BG12, and as you can see, there's a lock on it for once. So what I've done is I took the lock from the 3001 and I was able to jerry-rig a lock for it, and it works pretty well. So it keeps it shut at least, and still probably isn't ADA compliant, but let's be real, the system really isn't. Moving up, we have the System Sensor L series, also known as the P2RL, up here in the living room, and that has been set to continuous at, I believe that's 15 candela. Right, so let's make our way into the kitchen for the big chain. It's gone. The devices are gone. Well, actually, no, they're not. See, I moved them. They're now by the doorway. And once again, I've used wire mold for the system. So we have the Firelight BG8 and System Sensor Spectra Alert Classic. This one is a 110 candela model. And as you can see, that wire mold actually looks really good. It's much better than having exposed wires, but there's a little bit of wiring right there. And that wire just goes and it runs under the carpet. And then it loops around into the living room where this setup is and runs down to the basement from a little hole that I drilled. And you're probably wondering what this back box is for, and that will become a little bit more apparent later. So let's head downstairs. As you can see, again, I've changed it. The pull station's gone. Well, no, it's not. I moved everything over here. So as you can see, we have a new pull station. This is a Simplex 4099 9003. It's a dual action D-bar, which means it has a little push thing right there. And, well, I don't know why, like, for some reason, everyone thinks Simplex is, like, god tier in pull stations. For me, they're not. I don't preferably like Simplex, but, you know, they do make good fire alarm appliances, so I like it. So it'll stay, and I'm happy to have this in my collection. And then we also have the other System Sensor Spectra Alert Classic. The only problem is that this one is actually the screwdriver release one, and as you can see, when I got it, it was already kind of used, and the actual mount for it broke, so it's now just being held on by tape. At some point during testing the system, this may actually come off, so I don't know. But as you can see, once again, we have used beautiful wire mold on the system. I'm still trying to get the drop ceiling completely back into place, especially this piece here, just because that the overhead light is here makes it a little more difficult to put it down, but once we get it in place, it's going to look very nice. And also, as you can see, if we get past the light, there are no more wires running along this backboard or along the drop ceiling. Everything is up in it, which I think is really cool. And if we come back into this shop and laundry room, we have the same System Sensor Spectra Alert Classic ceiling mount horn strips. But now, it's time for the biggest change. A change that, well, some of you are probably going to be surprised to see. It's gone. The 3001 is gone. Well, actually, no, it's not gone. I moved it to right here. Yeah, because of all the expansion and everything on the system, I decided that, well, it's time for change. I need something better, or not better, but, you know, something that's not as basic as this beautiful 3001 was. And don't get me wrong, this is still a really good panel. If you're just starting out collecting, build yourself a 3001. Get some 4-wire alarms. You'll have a blast. But I want it to upgrade. And well, I did. So, these are the wires coming from the drop ceiling and from upstairs. And they lead down to my brand new, never used before, new in box, Unimo 10UD. Yeah. So yeah, we got a Unimo 10UD. I believe it's a Firelight brand Unimo, and this has never been used before, and I wasn't originally planning on getting a panel so soon. However, when I was on eBay, I saw this thing, and it was at such a good price that I would have felt stupid for not getting it. And then one strip just fell. So before we test the system, I'll fix that. But yeah, I mean, this thing is incredible. Let me just get my keys. And as you can see, I moved it to the front room because there's more space to work. So let me just go ahead and I'll open this up. As you can see, system's normal, got no troubles, not even a battery trouble. So there you go. I don't have any supervisories wired in yet. So supervisories or troubles or anything wired in yet. So that's a little bit of work in progress. But we're only using 3 zones at the moment, and we will be using more very soon. But yeah, this thing is incredible, and I'm really happy to have it. So let me go ahead. I'm going to take my key out, and I'll shut the door. I'm not going to lock it just yet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix that horn strobe, and then we will set the system off. Jeez Louise, that's loud. There you go, as you can see, kept audible silence on the system. And that is very nice. And also, for the first time ever, all the strobes are in sync on the Spectraler Classics. They're all in sync because I have them wired through NAC 3, and I've set NAC 3 as system sensor sync. And then the exit sign that I still need to wire. Okay. So let me go ahead. Let me get my key. There it is. We'll go ahead and we can reset the BG. I don't know why. I keep calling this a BG, like BG6, because I use, or BG8, because I have the used to have the BG8 there. So let's reset the T-bar. There we go. Very nice. There we go. System is still silenced. So now, one thing that's cool that we can do is we can re-alarm the system. As you can see, I just took a little shiv from the wire mold. I just cut it the size, and now it works as a lock. Most of the time. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like the System Sensor Classics are really loud, like a lot louder than they were on the last setup. Jeez, those are so loud. There we go. System is silenced. And everything is being coded through the panel. All the devices are set to continuous. I'm just having them coded to 4.4. Right, so we'll go ahead and we'll reset that. There we go. Jeez, this thing is beautiful. There you go, flash screen, system dribble.exe, stay safe, and system is normal. And of course the incorrect time, because ain't nobody got time to set that correctly. All right, let's just go, you know what, let's do one more code. Let's do, I don't know what to do. Let's do, so we have March time, steady, California code, 2-stage, and then we got the sync. So you know what, let's do California. We'll do California code real quick. Coding, California. And we'll go ahead and we'll use the BG8 up in the kitchen. So I would just key activate it, but you know what? We'll just go ahead and we'll pull it. God. Gonna go off again. That one, I love how it just fades out. That's it, I'm calling it. This is the loudest system test I have ever done. Holy crap. Right. So that's going to go ahead and do it for this system test. I'm going to just leave it in California code. I don't have time to change it right now because I got to go to work. So that'll do it for this system test, boys and girls. Hope you enjoyed it. I shall be back with more changes to the system very soon. But for anyone who's going to wonder what's happening to the 3001, I plan on keeping it and using it as for mini systems and testing new devices and whatnot. So don't fret, 3001's not dead, but this beautiful girl is going to be taking over for system tests for now on the home system. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me. I've been Red Alert. I will be back with more videos in the near future. You guys take care and stay safe.